Here I am. Here I am. Woo! Sorry, little late because I am full of nachos. Unbelievable. Yes, my wife made this big giant patch bag of whatever nachos, and when the Steelers couldn't score, I just kept eating, and now I'm bloated. So it's crazy, but I will take it. I sent a link out to Shane. He'll be on here momentarily. I'm excited. I don't care. A win is a win. Gene, how you doing? Mark, you've been doing this stuff all day. God bless you. And yes, we could be in the top position. So I'm not giving any stats or anything like that. We're just going to shoot the shit, you know what I mean, and talk about the game, what I saw. I wasn't I love our defense. TJ Watt should have had 3 sacks, but a couple penalties, and I don't think he was offsides in that one. I'm sure you guys are going to agree with me. George Pickens, I think, had a great game. Frazier had a good game. Just to Boswell. What can you say? Boswell is my player always of the game. He's clutch. He's the first Steeler ever field goal kicker to kick 3 over 50-yard field goals. And if they would have kicked that other field goal instead of trying to go for it, which they didn't make, oh my God, he would have had 7 field goals today. And I have him in my fantasy league, so I'm kind of happy. So, hey, Devil, what's up? So I know everybody was on Mark's show all day today. He had like 50 people. I bebopped in, and here he is, everybody. Speaking of special field correspondent, especially talking about, his man Justin Fields. He's coming on here, his device. Hey, Kenny, how you doing? Kenny Meyer and his halftime show, and what a halftime show it was this year. So, yes, as of right now, he is the MVP. Now, Shane went back out. He'll be back in. So, he's the only Steeler. And actually, that punt was pretty good. Right now, I got I'm looking at our opponents, the Denver Broncos against Seattle. So, everybody, welcome to the Steeler Dynasty after show review. Whatever we're talking about here is special field correspondent Shane Stodmiller. Shane, how you doing?
Hey, Bubba. Sorry, I was a little late.
I was late too. You know why? Because I ate 10 tons of fucking nachos, and I can't even move, dude. My stomach feels. I
saw that tray.
I know. I destroyed it.
Yeah, I went to get on the computer, and it's saying device not connected. So you're getting me from the cell phone for 2 days in a row. Man. So hopefully everybody can hear me okay.
Well, yep, we can. And hey, we won't be on long. We'll just be on to shoot the shit. You know what I mean? And so, did you watch the game today?
I did, and
what'd you think?
Once again, Bubba, MVP is Chris Boswell.
I know, and I picked him in my other game fantasy league. I'm telling you, man, he's on fire. Totally on fire. I'm happy. I mean, I'm not happy with the injury for the punter. Johnson, man, he might be done for the season.
Yeah.
I don't know who we're going to get. We do need somebody. And I was worried about who was going to hold the ball. Your boy, Scotty Miller, was the fucking holding the ball.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder if he did that in college, because that's a skill set that you have to literally, if I can get the words out of my mouth. I mean, it's repetitive practice.
Yeah, because you got to, especially doing it in a game situation.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh, Devil says Brad Wing. I remember him.
He's an Aussie.
Oh, I don't want him. I do not want Percy Harvin. There's no way. There is no way at all. So I know I don't want him. Oh shit. I got my voice on here. But hey, there is no way. We're at almost 160. I don't know if you knew this. 160.
Get the hell out of here.
No. You mean Josh Miller? I'll take Josh Miller. I got. Oh, there we go. That's what I like to see. I tell you what, I don't. Cleveland looks like shit anyway. So, you know.
So, how is the fantasy going for this? This week.
Well, my quarterback is out with injury, Jordan Love in the Australian League. My defense would have got me. My Steeler defense would have got me more, but they took 2 sacks away. Hey DB, what's up? Arsenal DB has his own channel. I listened to him briefly today.
Mhm.
The Steeler game too, and everybody's doing a Steeler game. So Mark's probably got to be drinking coffee or something right now, and I appreciate everybody tuning in here and stuff like that. I'm all happy when we win. Like I whiffed down 2 fucking cupcakes too, so I was a little. We had my Tammy's side of the family come over for a little get together, and they always bring food. And Tammy made that tray of nachos, and it's just sitting in my stomach. Like
It's not a tray; it's a cookie sheet, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I'll show it to you here.
I have nachos. Let's see it. Pull it up.
I'm gonna go. Let me go to my Facebook here. Well, I got to go to the. I think it's on the Steelers Dynasty podcast Facebook page. But yeah, it was awesome. Like, I mean, it was good. And there was a little bit of chicken in there too. A little bit of chicken.
Ooh.
A little bit. Oh, here it is.
I made mashed potatoes and meatloaf for the kids. About 2 o'clock, they ate it.
Oh, Matt. Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I could do mashed potatoes. Yeah. Hey, Butch, what's up? See, I got some people on my Facebook tuning in too. Larry's in. He said he's happy. Big Mike's in there. Brian Reddick. Travis, thanks for tuning in. Yeah, we had a lot of food today. Oh my God. Tons and tons of food. And I'm overwhelmed. I'm sure there were Steelers parties everywhere, but ladies and gentlemen, look at these nachos at my wife's. I destroyed that. Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, there was 2 trays. One on there, one on the coffee table, and one on the bar.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that was, and you know what? It was good because it was like that white cheese. So,
and those are noise canceling headphones, so you can eat it and not be weirded out.
Well, I do that late at night when I'm not trying to the headphones. I put that on so I don't bother Tam when I'm still watching TV downstairs. But Rich Smoke is in the hey Rich Smoke is in the Facebook chat. Good win, not beautiful, but hey, a win is a win, especially in the first game of the season. And Atlanta, they had a lot of fans down there cheering for Atlanta. Like they brought a lot of people. A lot of people. Yeah. It was good. It was good.
Yeah, you can't log into the fantasy. You can't log in. It says upstream of failure overflow. So I guess it's crashed.
Oh,
the NFL's fantasy.
Everybody's probably looking to see who won. Well, I didn't win anything on FanDuel. I took Najee to score, Pickens to score. I figured Fields would rush one in, and that didn't happen. And you can't score on field goals. So,
I know Coach. Everybody loves Coach Tomlin, but I have to throw a dick dart at him. You want to hear it?
Well, let me hear it.
Okay. So, Tomlin should have went for 3 instead of going for the first down. It was 15-20.
Yeah. That play just didn't come off good. I think if they would have executed it better, they would have got the first down.
Doesn't matter. Kick, get the points. They have to score a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Then you just ride your defense's coattails.
Well, I'm surprised that he went for it in the first place because usually he does kick those.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he's starting to get that gambler's mentality now, where now
gambler.
Yeah. So and then Brian Reddick actually agrees with you too, Shane. I mean, usually he doesn't do that, and usually goes for the 3.
It's. I mean, okay. Listen, guys. If it was 16-10, I could maybe see it. but that field goal gave him would give him 8-point lead, and then they have to go for a 2-point conversion against your stud defense.
Mark was critical about that play also. I just can't believe that he gambled on that play anyway and didn't kick the 3. Like, I thought he was going to kick the 3 because he doesn't gamble like that, Shane. He just doesn't. Like, he goes for the automatic points. And you're going to run with the hot hand of Boswell. I mean, Boswell would have had eight goddamn field goals today. Like, and it was over 57, 54, 51. I mean, he was just – he's already having, he's just going from when he went last year. Just he's still the same. He's still automatic. And I just don't understand why that he's trying to gamble now, or is he taking is he just figured, hey, I'm going to gamble? I don't know. I mean, a lot of people agree with you, Shane. DB agrees with you.
90% of football fans should agree with me. This isn't a polarizing, what's your favorite color, red or blue?
Right. I think, well, maybe they figured if they got that first down, they could have put the dagger in him and killed him early, but it didn't happen because that play seemed like it was already botched from the start. Like, they just seemed like they didn't get any push off the ball. And yeah. I will give shouts out to Spencer Anderson and Frazier. Frazier had a good game. Now, that first play when that ball got a little bit muffed, you know what I mean? Other than that wasn't his fault.
Highsmith looked good. He had that nice little tip.
Well, the defense looks good.
Oh, we talked about the 3 things that the Steelers need to do, and we were not wrong. That linebacker core is fantastic. I'll tell you what, they look great. The D-backs look good.
Everybody looked good. I thought Porter went out with injury, but he came back in. And in the second half, Steelers defense shut down the run.
Yeah.
Because I was a little worried there because Robinson, he was my fantasy, one of my fantasy picks in another league. But Wilson stepped up. He had some tackles. Your boy Beanie Bishop had that play at the end of the game.
Yeah.
And Elliott with that interception.
Zach Frazier was just he looked like a D10 dozer,
Well, some of the plays, they had that end around with Pickens, and he tried to, and he didn't get anything. He lost yardage. I didn't like that, but that's the plays that we're going to get this year. We're not getting fancy plays. We are going to get ball controlled and just keep running it down your throat. And that's what they were doing. And that's why they got that other field goal, because they took time off the clock and they drove it. You know what I mean? And
so I'm going to bring up a sore subject with you and Mark.
Okay.
I think Fields playing this first game is a blessing that's going to pay off midway through the season. Give you the reason.
Okay.
If you had to make a change week 3, if things weren't going well for the Steelers.
Shit. Okay.
What's Gene Smith say?
He said true, and he said almost 100. I think he had 77. That's Najee, about 77 yards.
Yeah, he did. If the Steelers had to make a change week 3 or 4, I think Fields is going to benefit from this early gameplay. Okay,
sure.
Russell's going to come back for a couple games. Love to see Fields play more, but guys, glass half full, glass half empty. I mean, it wasn't impressive. It was ugly.
Well, the Falcons actually have a good team, but into the dismay of the Atlanta Falcons, I would have not paid him $180 million. He would have got, if they would have gave those sacks to TJ, and if they wasn't holding TJ most of the game, because they were, Kirk Cousins could have been fucking just in disarray. I mean, TJ almost had 3 sacks, got the last sack at the end of the game. He had a fumble recovery. I mean, It was just, it was, he wasn't good. You're right. He wasn't good. And you know why? Because he can't move because of that Achilles. They were doing, he was in that formation most of the game. He can't get behind center. He can't, and he can't move. And that's why I thought the Steelers were going to eat him up more than they did, and they should have. But let's just put it this way. They should have had 3 to 4 sacks. And it was just ridiculous. Sean says same.
How heated was TJ? I thought he was going to blow a gasket.
Well, he should have been heated. I was fucking heated because I kept eating nachos. So, 20-3. Yeah, the Browns don't impress me. And then did you hear that the Cowboys paid Prescott? He makes the most money in any quarterback.
No, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, 200 and I think it's $240 million or so. He's not worth that. Like, that's just ridiculous. Just ridiculous. So let's get some comments. Is the most held? Well, TJ's got to be up there pretty close. I mean, if I had a camera on TJ the whole game, he's probably getting held 9 out of 10 times.
Right.
Yes. And I agree, because on that one where they brought over Pitts and he wasn't lined up, and they tried to stop him and they just couldn't. I mean, Atlanta's that offense is pretty high powered. So the Steelers defense shutting them down actually says something. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I think so. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty bad that first half.
It's Brady saying that, Bubba. Oh, okay. Well, Tom Brady, $350 million compared to fucking Ken Brewer, Bubba Brewer, 5 cents and some nachos. So I'm pretty bad, So, hey, Pam Topik's in the house. Chris is in the house. Fabe's in the house. Fabe picked them 8 and 9. 8 and 9. I said, you're a prick, dude. 8 and 9.
Well, I picked them on the show 8 and 9, but I really think they're going to go 9 and 8. So,
well, I don't think there's look. It's the first week. There's not really, really strong, like, dominating teams. Like the Miami Dolphins barely won, and then I saw that footage of Hill getting arrested and had him on the ground and they cuffed him. Did you see that?
Yeah.
So, in his mind, he wasn't going to have a good game because he was already effed up because he got arrested. But you know what? You cannot be speeding.
Yeah.
You need to understand my sarcasm. Oh, okay. He's probably saying it because it's Tom Brady.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're 1-0. And no offense, I got the Denver game on now, and they don't look fucking spectacular. But we always have a problem going to Denver. That whole Tebow situation. And I don't know what we're gonna have to wait to see the outcome of that Brian Burns punter. He took a shot. There was no penalty. He probably tore something. And he was signed too. That was a good addition too. He was a good punt. Hey, what was good too was Calvin Austin's return kicks today and the punts.
Look good.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I thought they looked pretty good. I thought
Wilson at linebacker looked good.
Yes, he did. Yeah, and Queen looked good. Everybody looked good. That play right there is the most haunting play. And DB, I was pissed. I could swear to God that I heard the refs blow the whistle and that play just went, that's bad. I don't know who they're going to, maybe he can come back. We'll see. I don't know. Yeah. He did. We had 2 interceptions. I think
we don't have any more. We're going to have to cancel the rest of our shows because half of our material is giving Brian Burns and that punter a hard time.
Well, we could also make it like, when he's in sick bay and put Burns' head on him because his head looks just like Burns' head. So, Yeah. Our defense is the top defense. I think Steelers defense is the top defense in the league. And they did shut down in the second half. They shut them down.
They have a very good Atlanta had a great offensive line, so that said a lot about how good the defense is. But you could see they just weren't jiving. If they play a really good offense, Steelers need to put up more than 18 points.
Well, but as you can see, that one drive where they try to do the 4th and 1, like that whole drive, if they would have they were on their way to score. And yeah, I think they should have got a flag, but I just think that in the second half, that's what they were doing. They were churning up the time and they were running the ball down their throat with Najee. And then they brought Warren in. They started using Freiermuth, which they needed to because, he got all that money now. And, defense does win you championships. There you go. And a 71-yard attempt for the Cowboys. They're just probably doing that to show off. Yes. Well, if our defense is that good away, could you only imagine how good they are to be at home, Shane?
Away, Bubba. Did you see all those terrible towels?
I did, but the first part in the first quarter, there was a lot of Atlanta. No, there was a lot of Atlanta towels. And then I saw a video at the end of the game where George Pickens went through and was handshaking and high-fiving people and snapping pictures like the whole way going, like it was like a couple-minute video. So I posted the Dynasty Facebook page. Oh, it didn't happen. Oh, I thought it did happen. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, this is we're gonna try to do this. I don't know if it'll be right after the game. Stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, well, as close to this time as we needed to. I had to clean up downstairs and then I had to move because I felt like Jabba the Hutt, with all those nachos. Like I'm still full. Like I don't think I'm gonna eat for days. So
well, I hope you get better from having the black and gold fever.
I did. I was so. I mean, look at me. I don't feel good.
You're flush. Drink water. Hydrate.
I know. I'm gonna drink some more water. And do what I got to do. Yes, Steeler Nation did show up, and like I said, we're almost at 160 subscribers. And did you see that thing that Burns fucking posted when I said, "Hey, we're 9 subs away"? He's like, "Bubba, you seriously ate 9 subs? Is there something wrong?" He had to reread it. I'm like, you fucking prick.
Hey, they're still teaching literacy.
Yeah. I don't think I could eat 9 subs. There's no way. But yeah, we are at actually. Let me see before I know. I mean, and we were doing pretty good. So where are we at here? It was at 150 some. 150 some. I think next week's game is on CBS.
I can watch it in my office with my TV antenna.
Why? You couldn't watch it today with Fox?
No, I watch it upstairs. I never watched the big TV in the game room.
We're at 156. 156. Yeah, okay. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. And then Chloe, I still need your address for the you know what I mean? I still need your address for the hat. She did win the hat. Mark's going to give it to me, or I'll check my emails or whatever. I got.
We do need a picture of her rocking the hat.
Yeah.
Like this, or maybe like this, or like this. Whatever pose you want to do.
Hopefully, it's on her head.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. So, but yeah. Hey, I mean, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Everybody can go watch some other games. Pittsburgh won 18. Games? Well, some people do watch other games. I mean, I don't know if I will. We won. We won right here. Boom, there it goes. 18.
Hey, did you get a load of Kenny? Like Kenny Meyer rocking the tracksuit, like had the Steelers jersey, the track pants, and he's like intently watching.
Oh, he does his halftime show.
Yeah, Kenny Meyer, shout out.
Yep. Yep, halftime Kenny Meyer show, best Steeler halftime show, and we appreciate everybody for coming on. And like I said, we'll be back on. Maybe I might do tomorrow a little bit with more stats.
Okay.
So it all depends.
I'll be here.
It all depends because I know I probably gonna have to go to work. You know. Thanks, DB. Everybody subscribe to the Arsenal DB. He's got his Steeler. He was doing a watch along today too, man. So I appreciate you showing up, brother. So yeah, and like Mark, as always, Steeler Nation Australia. He was up all day. He did the watch along, and he did a pregame. He did an after game, and then he'll probably be doing some videos this week. So we'll just keep on churning. We got 156 subscribed to the channel. We got week 1. We're 1-0, and we're just inching closer towards AFC North division title. And then next week we're in Denver, and I hate fucking Denver. I honestly hate Denver, so it'll be anti-Denver week. I don't like anything in Denver except for Robbie Mears. Other than that, that's about it. I don't like anything in Denver. Nothing.
He's not even in Denver. He's like an hour outside, I think.
Outside of Denver.
No.
Well, Shane,
Robbie doesn't have the Denver.
He doesn't have doesn't it? But he could smoke a lot of weed in Denver.
Yeah, Boulder.
No. Thank you, Mark and Steelers Nation Australia. And also, December 21st is the Christmas thing. We were going to get down and dirty, and hopefully there's no nachos there. So when I get stressed out, I won't be eating them. Wow, we got 10 people watch along, man. That's awesome. 10 people. Woo! It's great. Choo-choo.
So before we go, Bubba.
Okay.
One player that you just other than TJ Watt, one player that you just were so surprised at, like Ford.
Oh. There's a couple. Let's go with I like the returns from Calvin Austin. He's one of them, but I'm sure there's a couple more. But I did like his returns. But now, they had settling penalties and it got brought back, but still. Who was yours?
I'm on the fence. I hope I get his name right. I'm looking it up right now. I thought Broderick Jones did okay, and he stood up for that. They were taking cheap shots, and I don't think he should have got called for the penalty he got called for.
That was a cheesy penalty. That was cheesy penalty, and the thing also too, they didn't call the defensive player ripping the helmet off of Najee. That they didn't do that, and they didn't call all the holding on TJ Watt. Highsmith jumping up and deflecting that pass was great.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad that Joey Porter Jr. came back into the game. So, I mean, it's just there was a whole bunch of pluses. The only negative thing was maybe not kicking that field goal. Because I don't expect this offense to be scoring a lot of touchdowns. But also, Shane, if we had Russell Wilson, I believe we'd have had 2 touchdown drives.
Well, they have been. He's been working with the ones more. I think if Fields would have got the work all year, they'd have been much better.
Well, that first series, he said he was a little nervous. He said he was in a press conference. He missed that pass to Van Jefferson. He missed that pass to Najee flat. So, and you got to throw, and you got to complete those passes. And I thought they would have used. What was the biggest thing that I didn't think they could have used more, but maybe he's not 100% healthy, is Jaylen Warren.
Yeah, like towards the end of the game, we saw him run a little bit, but Montravius Adams was a bright spot. I mean, he looked really good. Not that he's a shitbag or anything. I'm just thinking.
So did Cam. Cam was making fucking tackles. Yeah.
Yeah. So those guys, Van Jefferson. I mean, there's so many guys that just surprised me.
It was a team. So. I believe it was a team effort win, but I mean, still, Boswell, you don't have to get too many yards if your kicker's almost kicking 60-yard field goals. You know what I mean?
Right.
And right, Gene Patterson didn't play bad either. Every win's a huge win. I agree. Because Atlanta Falcons were favored 3.5. So, and I believe the Steelers dominated them. And the only time they scored, it was that they just, you know what I mean? They got caught for, they had a penalty, and then he threw that touchdown. He was wide open.
They definitely need to clean up the flags. I mean, I think they had 8 of 11 flags, and that was like in the fourth quarter when I stopped counting. So I don't know what it is now, but it was, 75% of the flags were called against the black and gold. So that's not good.
Can you imagine when we have Samola back and Daniels and Frazier and Broderick Jones and maybe Troy Fautanu, what that line will eventually become? Because I don't know if Dan Moore will be starting, but Dan Moore did not cause any negativity in his play. So,
no.
I mean.
Well, I mean, the other thing I want to, I don't understand why. Okay, Zach Frazier did not cause that. That was a good snap. I think Fields is just not used to being under center. Just stick his rookie ass or 2-year. I guess it's the second year. Stick him out.
Well, I think it's his third. Is this his third?
Yeah, stick him out. In the shotgun, so that doesn't happen again. But
I don't know if they'll pay. I don't know if they'll pay him, Gene. That I mean, we just spent $100 million. I don't know on Cam.
We'll see.
Freiermuth, and I was glad that they need to put a little bit more. They need to feed Freiermuth a little bit more.
So well, maybe they can work something out with Chick-fil-A. I know they don't work on Sunday, but maybe they can send him some Polynesian sauce or some barbecue sauce.
Well, I'll have my wife cook up some nachos like I had.
There you go.
We'll be good. And then I hope he does. I hope he does. I mean, I wanted to see Najee get a touchdown because I had him on my FanDuel. But
he was running solid. Did you see
he
him?
had 70-some yards. I mean, I'll look at the stats tomorrow.
Did you see him chuck that D-back or cornerback? He came around the right side and
I think he'll get stronger as the game goes on because that is the Arthur Smith offense. That was the offense right there. Keep churning the ball, taking time off the clock, and that's what happened. Now, we should have kicked the field goal, and but hey, that was what we got to fucking win. We're one. We all picked Atlanta that I think I know of. I don't know anybody that didn't.
Yeah, I picked the Steelers.
I mean, I didn't pick us to lose to Atlanta. I don't know anybody that picked us to lose to Atlanta. So, but yeah, it's going to be a great week.
Win
and when the Steelers win, it's a good week anyway. I mean, I get fucked off when, eventually one of these after shows is going to be me just going off and saying the F word about 30 million times.
Yeah, pissing and moaning, but
yeah, I don't know about I know about my stomach moaning, man. I feel like, oh my God, that tray. I'm going to see visions of
cupcakes. What were the flavor of cupcakes today? Sprinkles. Let's talk about that.
Well, the cupcakes were vanilla icing.
Nice. Chocolate with vanilla icing?
Yes. I had to have
my favorite.
Yeah, my mother-in-law made them. So, and we had pepperoni rolls. Tina made pepperoni rolls. So I had 2 of those, and we had hot dogs. But I didn't have the hot dogs on our hot dog maker. I have a hot dog maker, but
yeah, one of those rotisserie deals.
Yeah. But we just did them in. I don't eat sauerkraut. Imagine that. I don't do sauerkraut. I can eat coleslaw.
It's really good for your probiotic gut health if you eat it and it's not cooked.
To do some probiotic something. But yes, today was a Steeler eat day. It happens, and I'm not going to cry about it. It was good eating. It was good. I love nacho. I love nacho stuff. Oh, Adrian Ramirez. Hey.
Both MVP.
Oh, so, hey.
Adrian.
First time.
Listen up, Adrian.
We need something for a first time.
This guy here picks Boz every game last year as the Steeler MVP,
Yes.
and we
I love
joked
Boz.
that he was going to be the MVP again. And guess what? He is the MVP. So
I met
like and subscribe.
Boz years ago, Adrian, in the local gym, and oh my God, he was like,
Yeah, he was dating an IUP girl, and he was up at IUP.
Yep.
You know, he's getting a little workout, if you know what I mean, Adrian.
Well, now his wife's going to give him a pre-workout and keep that leg in check, I hope. That's what I'm hoping. Yeah. So, hey, Paul from Black Ridge, he's in the Facebook chat. Paul, what's up? They were playing this weekend in downtown Indiana at the Appalachian Indian Festival. So,
did Marion Center win last night?
No, Marion Center lost. They lost, I think, 21-7 or something, I think. Oh, hey, dear.
Hey.
Well, everybody's dropping. Well, we're going to keep going here.
Yeah.
Boz will definitely.
I'm good.
He will be celebrating later. Yes. Yeah.
So in Denver, they're going to be rocking the white uniforms.
Hopefully they can get oxygen and listen to Ryan Clark, who actually could never play up there because he had that sickle cell and he was always had to. And then I see Tebow in my nightmares. You know. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right. Well, we try. We're live every Wednesday,
but we're not new. We're just rebranded. So I'm glad you're subbed. Yes. So
I've had so many Steeler names on this podcast for Steeler podcast since 2018. It's crazy. It is crazy, but it's new. It's the Steelers Dynasty podcast. Myself and Shane, and we go every Wednesday. We go live at 9:00.
9 o'clock
after the game. Yesterday we were on Saturday. I mean, so we're on like and we did the Magic 8 Ball, and we have lots of stuff. We do giveaways.
Yeah, we do digital Magic 8 Ball, and it's creepy.
Yeah, we did the spin the wheel last night. So
spin the wheel.
That was the first time I felt like it was Bartertown and Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome.
My favorite wheel thing was on Howard Stern. They did the Wheel of Misfortune, and High Pitch Eric had to wear fish mittens.
Oh, when he had
that was fantastic.
Okay,
and he's afraid of fish, so I was like,
oh yes, we also we almost forgot we do the top 5
Tuesday night.
And we collaborate with Steelers Nation Australia. Mark is the host with the most. Me and Shane pop on. He asked us the top 5 Steeler questions of the week, and we cannot pick the same answer.
Yeah, we cover both hemispheres. So.
Well, it's because he's a hell of a guy. 1, hell of a guy. 2, hell of a guy. 3, he's a hell of a kicker. Now he's a hell of a punter. Did you see that punt he fucking kicked?
Yeah, he's a backup punter, but let's stop blowing sunshine up his ass because he might take a left turn and start sucking.
No, I think he had that bad year because he had that injury, and then the girl from IUP left him. That's what happened that year. Yeah, that's what truly happened. But I didn't know who was going to be kicking the punts. I had no idea. You know, I didn't know. Nope.
No, he's not. You know what Boss needs? He actually needs like lightning bolts cut and like a mullet to kind of go like Brian Boswell circa 1980s, you know?
Well, you know what the boss needs to do is be like a Greek, you know what I mean? Like Mount Olympus. And he comes down because he's such a fucking god because he's kicking field goals all the time. Now he can punt the ball. So he has 2 thunderbolts in his hands, and he just shoots one at the Ravens, and then he just shoots one at Cincinnati, and then he just kicks Cleveland right in the square in the mouth, and then that's what he does coming down off the mountaintop.
Okay, I have a scenario for you. It's kind of like F, Marry, Kill, but it's with Baltimore, the Bengals, and the Browns.
Okay.
One team you can beat, one team you can tie, one team you can lose to. Go.
I don't want to lose to anybody.
I know, but you have to. It's not part of the game.
Shit, that's hard. That's hard. I don't want to lose to anybody.
I'll give you mine first. Okay,
go ahead.
Make it easier.
Go ahead. Well, I don't know if it's easier.
I would lose to the Bengals. Okay, because I'm like, but the Browns I'd tie. The Ravens I'd have to beat.
It's so terrible. I definitely have to beat the Ravens because out of all three of them, the Ravens are the stronger of the team.
Yep, that's the way I look at it.
Okay. If I would tie, I would say I tie Cincinnati so you don't lose nothing. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got to lose to the Browns, knowing we can beat the Browns later on in the season.
There you go.
That's not a good. I don't like that analogy because I don't like to lose. But we got Adam Risen in the Facebook chat. Coach, congratulations on this year.
Yeah,
he's 2-1.
2-1.
You know,
we're just talking about the Stingers about 10 minutes ago. So
yeah, he must have knew. Cambria Heights. I mean, Cambria Heights is a tough team, and Marion Center did what they could. I seen, like I said, that new stadium down in Blairsville now. I don't like nothing from Blairsville anyway. So I mean, unless they're, subscribing to the show, that's good. But Marion Center's 2-1. So I don't know who they play next week, but but thanks for coming on, Coach. And I told him, and this is true, not because he's just jumped on here. I told him that he saved Marion Center football.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just my opinion. And, I know I'm pretty opinionated, but
I really like the fact that they go to like a camp and they keep the kids there. That's really unique.
I never knew that.
Yeah.
I mean, it was something, man. They were, that day, he asked me to come out and stuff. One of the kids, I hate to say it, but one of the kids broke his collarbone, but to his encouragement, he came back to practice. Like that, you don't see that. Like, someone gets hurt, they don't come back. Well, he came back with a sling to come back to practice. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So I don't know who they play this week, but they had to play Saturday because Burns is not refereeing. So, yes, we are. I'm going to go off. But no, I like I said, we and we're going to be 1-0 in our division, and that's good too. And I don't think there's a strong team in the AFC. I really don't. Not right now. Nobody's like pulling away. It's the first week. I'm not like an X's and O kind of guy. But the Ravens didn't impress me. Kansas City didn't impress me. Miami barely beat Jacksonville. Buffalo, let the Cardinals score a ton of points on them. So, and the Falcons were actually, were a high-priced offense running.
That maybe remember who my quarterback is. Josh Allen, I think, is my quarterback for fantasy.
Okay. Well, like I said, Atlanta Falcons, their offense is no slouches, and we shut them down.
They had a great offensive line.
Yes. Yeah. So, and we didn't let the tight end dictate the game like they usually do. So Patrick Queen and Wilson, I seen him in some tackles today. So I think we're okay. And you're right, Mark. They are very competitive, but they weren't competitive in the second half because the Steelers defense shut them down and we started running the ball, and I'm okay with that. And I did see that, a little bit of that. They actually had him on the ground, and they were actually putting the handcuffs on him, dear. So,
how fast
and
was
they
he
showed
going,
that.
though?
I don't know, but they showed that on the Terry Bradshaw pregame on the Fox Network. No.
You know what? I'm not a huge fan of the Fox commentators, but they have the best college and pro videography. The filming of the product.
Okay.
I think it's fantastic.
Well,
I mean, I give them a 5 out of 5.
Bradshaw's got to be about 75. He looks like my dad did when my dad had long hair in the back, because my old man looked like Terry Bradshaw back in the day. But I don't think that the Saints are scary. I just think that Carolina Panthers are that bad.
Yeah,
they were bad.
We picked that one right. What was consensus? Cousins Doris are only being good during the prime time games. We didn't get to see his best. Well, Adrian, to his defense, this is his first legit game with these guys. You could see that there was just, that a perfect example is that botched snap. There was motion. It's just they're going to get in sync.
I don't think he's mobile due to that Achilles, and that's why he has to go out of the gun like that, because he can't move around.
He moves around like an old man on a hemorrhoid cushion. He's just like, bad. This is about all the momentum movement you're going to get out of him.
And you know what Burns said is the MVP is his agent getting him that contract.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, I mean $180 million, and
reckless driving.
Yeah, I mean they pulled him out and put him on the ground. Terry.
He does look he looks like a hot mess.
He has anxiety. I seen his documentary on HBO. I did not know this. I did not know Terry Bradshaw had anxiety, and he
lives with all those girls. He has all those daughters that would probably drive him nuts. I'd have anxiety too.
Well, I mean, I had anxiety when I had that first wrestling show. You seen me? Your wife had to give me a Gatorade.
Yeah,
I didn't know anything. That's what I mean. I don't know anything about a panic attack until I had one. I didn't know I had one before. So, well, that could be true. That
Derek Carr's underrated. I think Derek Carr is a decent quarterback.
That division is very, very weak. So
okay, Bubba, I ask this all the time. You get a hall pass this year. What team are you watching other than the Steelers? If you have your hall pass, you're going to be a fan. You can't be a fan of the Steelers. You got to be a fan of another team. Who are you picking?
Oh, God. These questions are very hard.
No, they're not.
I don't Buffalo like to be a fan of anybody else.
Buffalo used to be my hall pass because it was my Tecmo team. So I used to
play with Chicago, but I'll take. I want to see how we don't play the Texans. I'll go with the Texans.
Okay, I can see that.
I'll go with the Texans.
They're fun. It's either Miami, the Saints. I don't know yet. Last year it was the Bills, but I haven't picked my hall pass team yet.
I've never I took Buffalo some guy I know just used to cheer so much for Buffalo, it just sickens me. So I would never take Buffalo.
Kal-El? Yeah.
No, not Kal-El. No, some other guy. When
I worked at Lions. Yeah, Lions are kind of fun because I like their coach. So Lions might be the team.
I like their coach. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do like their coach. Yeah, they should have been in a Super Bowl, actually.
Hey, we'll talk about what was that? McDaniels is the coach for Miami.
I don't care for him at all.
Did you see his meme where like his first year it was a picture of him and he looked like he was like a grad assistant for like Nick Saban or something? Like he had like the glasses and then they have a picture of him now where he has like it looks like he has Jerry curl in and he looks like he reeks of cologne. He looks kind of swarthy.
So he looks like he's like selling tickets to
Miami, like he's scalping tickets in front of the Orange Bowl, like in 1985, So it kind of like shows like how Miami has changed him, and I think that's a fantastic
Miami. I would not want to be a coach in the Miami Dolphins organization. I would not. I've not been a Miami. The only time I was any type of Miami was Dan Marino, and
absolutely,
you know what I mean. But that was different because it was just Dan Marino and Don Perfetti's into Facebook chat. So I mean, I do appreciate everybody for tuning in to our after show. I appreciate the Steeler podcast community. It is huge, and me and Shane do appreciate everybody that jumps on. And, you got to subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're going to hopefully get 200 by the Steelers break.
Yeah.
That's the other
thing. Yeah. I need to know because I got to make some calls. Do you want Couch Tomlin or Punksy Pete? I got to call him so I can get him on the show this week.
You know what? Let's see if you can contact Punksy Pete, because I know the internet's been down.
Yeah.
So we haven't heard from him in a while. I think he's been lost. And yes, thank you guys so much. And yes, agreed. Yep, there you go. That's the second one. Yeah, Pete. Pete's awesome. Yeah. So if you can get send him a text, or because you can't write him a letter because that won't.
No, we just get a hold of his grandma, and his grandma can track him down.
Okay. Well, that's what we do. Wednesday we'll have Punksy Pete come in, and then we'll try to see if he wants to talk a little bit of Steelers football. You know, Pete might had it through. It was week 4 preseason.
Now, last time I heard, he was upset. He bought hermit crabs at the beach and got this blue shampoo that's for like the different kind of crabs, and he washed his hermit crabs with it and killed them.
Oh, that sucks. That's terrible.
Yeah,
that's terrible. So, well, hey guys, thank you guys so much. Hopefully tomorrow we'll do a little bit more of stats. You know what I mean? But hey, tonight's a great victory. Steelers 18, the Atlanta Falcons 10. We are 1-0, and we're leading the division. If the way it goes. And cheers to you too, Mark. You know, you've been up since 3 o'clock, and go get some sleep. So later, everybody, we appreciate you, and please subscribe, tell your friends. We're slowly doing this. We're chipping away at the ice. So everybody, have a great night. Have a great Steeler night. Watch the Steeler after shows tonight. He's going to the bar right now. That's funny. Thank you, Adrian. Thanks for coming on every Wednesday. And then just hit your notifications. We're going to be on 3 or 4 times in a week. That's what we do. So, victory lunch. Get some nachos, brother. Here you go. Get some nachos. Get some nachos like that. There you go. Nachos.
That's it, baby.
Whole plate of nachos, Mark. It'll fill you up. It filled me up. I ain't going to eat that the rest of the day. So, okay, everybody. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you, Shane. Everybody, have a great night, and we will see. Oh, wait, one more comment. Oh, he's laughing. Okay. Yeah, those are huge nachos. So, okay, everybody. Thanks again for tuning in. It's the first one after a Steeler victory, and hopefully we can get a lot more. So, I have 12 more games to go because I took them 13-4. So, I took them 13-4. You took them 8-9, just to point it out. But then you switched it up. Yeah. So I did
9-8. Yeah, I really switched it up.
Yeah. Okay. So, okay, everybody. Good night, and we'll see you maybe tomorrow. Hopefully. Good night, everybody.